And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we're live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Saturday. We have to continue looking at the Las Vegas Raiders in our 2021 NFL team refresher. We did part one yesterday on the show, ran out of time, so we got to kind of sum it all up in part two. Part one, we just kind of looked at Derek Carr. We were kind of impressed with him stats-wise on the film. He was kind of underthrowing some balls. That was kind of, a little bit of the only concern that we really had on Derek Carr. A little bit on the underthrown balls, but we have to look at the rest of the roster today, rest of their offseason moves. Who do they pick up in free agency? Who do they lose? What did they do in the draft? And then look at their schedule to predict how many wins we can give this Raiders team this year, because we know that this is John Gruden's kind of sink or swim year. I mean, you're going into year 4 in your 10-year here with the Raiders, so we have to start seeing some playoff runs in trying to get to that, coveted Super Bowl championship. So we'll continue on with the Raiders today, and if we do finish up the Raiders and still have time, we will start a new team for our NFL refresher, trying to wrap them all up by the start of the NFL season, making sure we are all on the same page. So that's what we have today on the show, but let's just jump right into it with the stories of the day. And the first one up, well, let's just talk about the big old fat elephant in the room right now. This truly hurt us yesterday, and now our Super Bowl prediction of the Colts going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl this year is in high, big time jeopardy now, because we know that Carson Wentz got injured, folks. Truly unfortunate. That was our training camp narrative to watch for this Colts team, folks. It was the first thing that we were looking for. Carson Wentz has to stay 100% healthy. Did not even want to see a small tweak, and we get this foot injury that we really don't know much about, but there are a lot of really bad rumors going around there. So let's see if we can kind of decipher a little bit of the information that we got, and let's see if we can hopefully start buying this Colts team, because our stock dropped from 100% buying into this Colts team to right down to like 40%. The only reason we were buying into this Colts team was because we could truly believe in Carson Wentz. We liked the Colts last season, but it was with Phillip Rivers, and we know that we can never trust him to win the big game or just even go on a deep playoff run. We know we can never trust him with that. But with Carson Wentz, he hasn't really played in a playoff game, but we loved what he was doing in the regular season when he was healthy. So we were like, this Colts team, they're just a plug-and-play quarterback away from winning it all, but you need a quarterback. You cannot win in this league without a good quarterback. So now with Carson Wentz, we believed in him, and now he's injured, and following his injury history, we were ready to kind of get over it, but now it's just, we can't anymore. We can't ignore it. You're on a new team, a new situation, and you're still getting injured. We cannot buy Carson Wentz anymore, folks, if this injury is serious. If it is not serious, if this was just a little bit of a false sign, then we can buy this Colts team a little bit more back, maybe up to 80%. But like we said in our narrative that we were looking for in the Colts training camp, we don't even want to see a small tweak, because that just proves that you can't stay healthy, even if it's something minor. And it's unfortunate for Carson Wentz, because everything has been so major that even something minor is still going to leave a bad taste in our mouth and having us kind of start selling our Colts stock. So this was absolutely 1,000% what we didn't want to see. And then we just saw it yesterday, folks. So it's just truly unfortunate. And I think we're going to have to start finding our other Super Bowl champion team before the season starts, because I don't know if we can ever be back on this Colts team, folks. It is truly 1,000,000% unfortunate, but that's what it is. It's just Carson Wentz, man. Can't stay healthy. So let's dive right into this. Here we go. So Carson Wentz's foot injury involves a bone in a ligament. That was kind of being floated around early, but then we heard this. Some say they heard a pop at practice per multiple reports. This could be season ending per a couple of sources. So obviously we have to monitor it. So that was from this NFL Twitter account that we kind of monitor and see what they're saying, because they're usually got some good stuff on what's going on in training camp. But then let's go to some articles right here just to see if there's anything that maybe we're missing, something that can lead us down to some paths of how long is Carson Wentz going to be out. Are we talking season ending? Are we just talking about maybe 1 or 2 days? Are we talking about a couple of months? Because even if it's a couple of months, we still got to kind of find Carson Wentz's replacement, and we are going to kind of look at what their options are and who we could potentially get behind as their kind of other two quarterbacks that could potentially be the starter if Carson Wentz goes down. So let's go into this article right here to see if we can find any other information on Carson Wentz's injury. Here we go. We got two articles to look at. We'll go through them quickly. Here we go. First one up. The Indianapolis Colts are only one training camp highlight into Carson Wentz era, and bad injury news has struck. Truly that. I mean, folks, we're not even done with the first week. Team started Tuesday, Wednesday, and it was Friday that this happened. How true? Or Thursday, because he didn't play on Friday. So, I mean, 2 days? 1 or 2 days? Come on, Carson. Come on. Damn. Wentz is out indefinitely with the foot injury that he suffered at the end of Thursday's practice. So at the end of Thursday, not even Friday, not even a full third day into it, and this man is going down. Come on. Folks, we were big. Folks, we walked through their schedule and said they could go 17-0, and then we had them winning the Super Bowl. It's just like, really, Carson? We were buying into you, and now you want to go and pull this bullshit. Damn you. Damn you. Man, this is just an absolute blow. I mean, took the wind right out of my sails of rooting for the Colts this year, I'll say that. I know Colts fans are disappointed as well, jeez. All right, NFL Media's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garofalo reported a firmer timeline for Wentz's return will be established after he sees a foot specialist, Robbie Anderson, in the near future. Quote, he got hurt when he was rolling out, planted to go throw, and he just felt a twinge in his foot. Colts offensive coordinator Marcus Brady said in a Friday press conference, quote, it was not stepped on, it was just while he was running. So self-inflicted, that ankle is wobbling, he's got some wobbly ankles out there. Come on, Carson, you should be in the gym 24/7 after all those injuries, making sure everything is sturdy and ready to go and ready to put all the torque you need to put torque into in it to be an NFL quarterback in this league. So Carson Wentz, man, he's made of glass bones and paper skin. Jeez. Another quote here, quote, he's been with the docs. They're trying to figure out what the injury is. They're still evaluating what the next move is and how bad it is, and then we'll go from there. PFF injury analyst Mario Pilato tweeted Friday that if it is indeed a midfoot injury, the timeline could range from 1 week recovery to 11 months. Oh my God. And I don't want to, diss anybody's credentials out here, but I mean, if you're going to give me a 1 week to a 1 year timeline, it's like, yeah, I could say that. Oh yeah, Carson, yeah, he's either going to be out for a week or a full fucking year, y'all. So buckle up. It's like, okay, I mean, are we just saying things now at this point to just gain buzz? So let's all relax on, hey, a year. He's going to be out from 1 week to a year. It's like, what are we doing here, folks? So I'm not going to buy into that. PFF, I respect PFF, but I'm not respecting their injury analysis over there. Sorry. All right. Mike Silver tweeted Friday, the injury involves both a bone and a ligament. He also added that the Colts are, quote, bracing for surgery. Oh my God, that's not good. If you're out for surgery, now we're looking at kind of, more than a week, definitely, but more on the higher side of a couple of months. So right in that nice sweet spot of his kind of bet of 1 week to 11 months. I mean, you can hedge your bets. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Why not be like, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a week he's out. And it could be up to 11 months. So that kind of having surgery a couple of months out definitely falls into Mario Pilato's timeline, folks. All right, what else do we get here? All right, Wentz also felt a pop at Thursday practice per Silver. Jeez Louise. So in the tweet, Michael Silver says, I'm also told that Wentz felt a pop at practice. And then Mario Pilato, the injury analysis at PFF, quotes the tweet saying, news keeps getting worse and worse. I am concerned this is a season-ending Lisfranc injury. The pop is a classic sign of subluxation. What? Whoa, okay. Now this is what we want to hear from the injury analysis. Give me this. Give me the Linux. Give me the subluxation. I have no idea what any of these words mean, folks. So let's see what the hell we're talking about here. What is a lisophaneric injury? Lisfranc injury. Let's look that up. Lisfranc injury, because now we can get a timetable. Is the timetable for a Lisfranc injury 1 week to 11 months? Because then I'll have to apologize to the man. So here we go. A Lisfranc joint injury is a type of injury to the bones or ligaments, and we heard it's kind of both or both. Oh, and it's both. It could be both. Oh goodness, it is a Lisfranc injury. Damn. All right, in the middle part of your foot, in a Lisfranc joint injury, there is usually damage to the cartilage covering these bones. In the middle region of your foot, midfoot, a cluster of small bones form an arc. So, damn, right in the middle. All right, people also ask, how long does it take to recover from a Lisfranc injury? Let's see. A Lisfranc injury happens when the ligaments or bones in the middle of your foot are fractured, sprained, or dislocated. It often requires surgery, and can take 3 to 6 months. Oh, no. Oh, no. Carson Wentz is out 3 to 6 months, folks. Months. Oh, my goodness. So, I mean, let's just have a round little date here of August 1st. I mean, it happened, what? August or June, July, what are we in? It happened July 29th. Let's round it up to August 1st, a nice round day. So we got the entire month of August. We've got the entire month of September. We've got the entire month of October. And then potentially the earliest we're talking about is November 1st. That is the earliest. Let's look at the Colts schedule. Let's get that up. How many games is this man going to be missing? If he's out 6 months, I mean, that's going to be the entire season. So we've got, what do we got? Till November 1st. How many? So November 1st, I mean, they don't tell me the weeks here. Why don't y'all tell me the weeks? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, he's looking at potentially 8 weeks out. And then if you go another 3 months, so we got all of December, all of January, and then, folks, all of February. The man's not even going to be playing. So this is really, really not good here for Carson Wentz, folks. 3 to 6 months to heal if it is a Lisfranc injury. Mario Pilato, why don't you just say that? Talk about 3 to 6 months. Make it a little bit more official here. All right. And he also said this is a classic sign of subluxation. I want to see what the heck that is. What does subluxation mean? Subluxation. Let's see. Here we go. Subluxation. A partial dislocation. Luxation. Subluxation. A slight misalignment of the vertebrae regarded in chiropractic theory as the cause of many health problems. Subluxation. All right, so it's, Miles Pilato says, hey, the classic pop sound does have kind of a Lisfranc injury kind of sign about it. So looking at 3 to 6 months here for Carson Wentz, and yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, folks. I mean, Carson Wentz's career in the NFL is done. It's done. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're done. We can't stay healthy. He's Jimmy Garoppolo, folks. What happens with Jimmy Garoppolo? You draft a backup quarterback in the first round, kind of very high in the draft. What was it, third overall? And you kind of just wait for him to get injured and be like, all right, thank you for your service, but now you are out. We don't like to do this, but now you are out, and we'll have to go with, the person that we drafted. So Carson Wentz, man, this is just unfortunate. It happens. Injuries happen. Carson Wentz is injured. We get Jimmy Garoppolo injured. Andrew Luck was always injured, didn't want to kind of deal with the injury. So it's just a part of the game, these injuries. And, some people never have them. Some people have them all the time. It ruined RG3's career. RG3 can't stay healthy even this season when he played and he got in for one game, was looking really solid in the running game, and then was too fast for his own good and basically pulled his hamstring again. And it was over from there. So just some players can't stay healthy. And it's just unfortunate. That's like the only thing. It's just truly, truly unfortunate. I don't want to say this. I don't like saying it. I don't even like thinking it. But his career is over now, folks. He's not reliable. Doesn't matter what team he's on. Doesn't matter what medical staff he has. Doesn't matter what kind of mindset that he's in, because we know he was kind of really glad to be here. He was kind of calling it, back at, first day of school kind of mentality. And it's still resulting into injuries. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Folks, we had the Colts winning the Super Bowl. We don't like saying this. We don't want to say this. We're not laughing. We're not smiling while saying this. This is just the most unfortunate thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what to tell y'all. So, Liz Frank injury, folks. Not great. Let's finish up the article here. Rappaport later reported that Wentz is expected to miss the preseason. Yeah, 3 to 6 months, folks. Truly that. Missed the preseason. Missed the entire first half of the season. Missed until next Super Bowl. Gosh dang. All right, he's expected to miss the preseason and faces a prospect on foot surgery. Silver and Garofalo followed up Rappaport's report with a tweet saying they've been told the injury is not. Oh, they've been told the injury is not Liz Frank. Oh, Mario Pilato, he disagrees. He says it is Liz Frank injury. Interesting. We got ligaments and bones. We've heard of pop. I mean, from our quick medical doctor search that we just did, that's all Liz Frank. All those point to Liz Frank, baby. Damn. All right, do we get to see what they say? No, but let's see. Last two paragraphs here. The recovery timeline for the Wentz injury is critical to the condition within the trade the Colts made with the Eagles for the 28-year-old veteran signal caller. If he doesn't eclipse 75% of the team's total offensive snaps, Indianapolis only owes a 2022 second-round pick instead of a 2022 first-rounder. Oh, wow. So now this Colts team could be screwed and the Eagles could be making out of this deal. How crazy. Carson Wentz's health depends on a second or a first-round pick. Whoa. Now it's like nobody can even take a shot on Carson Wentz again because they're going to get screwed in their draft pick, whatever kind of that trade package was. So now you're trading Carson Wentz for a pack of beans. Little can of beans out there. Man. Last paragraph, wrapping it up. Former Washington quarterback and 2020 fourth-round pick Jacob Eason took starter reps in Friday's practice, followed by rookie Texas product Sam Ehlinger. Neither quarterback took an NFL snap last season. We're going to talk about them in a second, folks. All right, let's just kind of highlight this ESPN article talking about the same thing. Let's see if we get any other information here. I'm really interested to see it. Is this a Liz Frank injury or not? We got one person saying it is, one person saying it's not. Let's see what the tiebreaker here in ESPN's article says. All right, so we got the foot injury. Wentz felt a twinge in his foot. Wentz is still awaiting more information. The Colts do not consider this to be a season-ending injury. So we got that they are expecting surgery, but we're also getting that they don't expect this to be a season-ending injury. Alrighty, interesting. We get a quote here. He's with the docs trying to figure out what the process is, said Brady, the offense coordinator, still evaluating what the next move is, how bad it is, and then we'll go from there. The same quote that we read. The Colts acquired Wentz during the offseason. Wentz was benched in favor of Jalen Hurts last year. Injuries have been part of Wentz's first 5 years. Yes, the Colts can't afford for Wentz to miss significant time. Yes, sir, we know that. Second-year quarterback Jacob Eason took the starter reps. We just read that. He's getting better every single day. Brady said about Eason, biggest thing we want to continue getting him reps. Alrighty, so this ESPN article was kind of trash, honestly. I'm glad we read this PFF one. We got more information with this Liz Frank injury. So potential 3 to 6 months. Liz Frank injury, not a Liz Frank injury. Whatever it is, it's not really sounding good. Liz Frank, not Liz Frank is, and Frank, it don't matter. He's out for a couple of weeks out here, folks. So let's talk about who is now potentially the replacements out here. So we have two other quarterbacks here that could potentially be the starter here for this Colts team. Another kind of option if they want to go and trade one, we're talking a lot of Gardner Minshew. He's getting kind of, an open quarterback competition look with the Jaguars, even though they got Trevor Lawrence. But that could be a real solid switch if they get Gardner Minshew in quickly. If this Carson Wentz injury is big time bad, go out and maybe get Gardner Minshew. His stats are real solid. Get him on a winning team and see what he can do, because we know the Jaguars at some point of the season are going to be rocking with Trevor Lawrence. So maybe you can get a lot of great value out of Gardner Minshew. It'd be really interesting to see that. I think I would kind of root for that. Alrighty, so let's see who's on this Colts depth chart. So we got Jacob Eason and Sam Ehlinger. That's kind of the two candidates here that are going to be competing for the starting job if Carson Wentz is out for a significant time like we think he is going to be. So let's see what they did in college, because we know they don't have any kind of in-game football experience, not even in preseason. There was no preseason last season because of the COVID year. And one's a rookie this year and one was a rookie last year. So we have no on-field tape, so we have to go back to college. And we know bad defenses in college making quarterbacks look good, but we're going to watch some film and see if we can maybe see some traits that we can buy into, that we want to see a little bit more of as we progress through this training camp. So let's take a quick look on both of these colleges' careers. So here we go. Let's start with Jacob Eason first. The first thing right off the rip, this man is tall as heck, 6'6", 230. That's what I'm about. Yes, sir. Get that going. A tall, strong quarterback back there. Justin Herbert, I think he may be 6'6" too, 6'5" definitely, potentially 6'6" as well. So that big, strong, tall body in the backfield, that's where you want him. All right, so he played 3 years in college, 2 years in Georgia, never really kind of getting the main starting job. 2016, as a freshman, he threw for 2,400 yards, but 55% completion percentage. I can't get behind that. Nothing really that great. He had 16 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's not really great for college. Really lackluster there. Second year in Georgia, never really played, and then he got a start when he transferred, missed the 2018 year, went to 2019 for Washington, and he threw 64% completion percentage. Not bad in college. We really want to see you kind of high 60s. I'm talking 68 to 70, 72, honestly, in that range. So a little light for college. 3,100 yards, once again, just a little light. 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Basically 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, which is good, but not really that good in college. I mean, these defenses are trash, especially when you're playing for Washington. I mean, you're in the Pac-12. It's like there's better conferences out there. So Jacob Eason, alrighty, not the greatest stats there. He got to a bowl game in all of these years, so let's see if he was playing in them. We weigh bowl games heavy. You have so much time to prepare. And, I mean, this is the biggest game of the season, so you got to step up to the occasion, rise to the occasion. That's what we want to see. So let's see what he did in the 2016 bowl game, his freshman year. Did he start this bowl game? He did play the bowl game. They get the win, and he put up 57% completion percentage. Really not the greatest. Okay. 164 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I'll take that. Not terrible. What was the final score? 31 to 23. So not bad. They win the game. When was the last score? Georgia goes and scores 2 touchdowns here. They get a field goal and then a Nick Chubb run to really seal the deal. So he's working with Nick Chubb out there. We know he's a great running back. So maybe, that's why Jacob Eason looked even decent, because he had an absolute magnificent running back year 1 in Georgia and he still wasn't looking that good. Okay. Now, year 2, he never really started. I doubt he played it. He only threw the ball 7 times the entire year, so I don't really care about that. So let's skip to 2019, where he also got to the bowl game. Let's see if he won it here with Washington. Alrighty, here we go. Against Boise State, they get the win, and this is what we're talking about. 68% completion percentage. Fantastic. 210 yards, not terrible. 1 touchdown, no pick. Being real kind of cautious with the ball. Let's see what the final score was of this game. 38-7, an absolute blowout. Alrighty, so who was their running back here? Did he have another great running back? Let's quickly take a look here. They had Terrell Bynum. Okay. Aaron Fuller as well. So nothing too great. Or no, hang on. Those were the receivers. I apologize. They had Richard Newton. All right. Salvin Ahmed. Oh, interesting. Little backup there. He got in the league 1 year. I believe he played for the Dolphins 1 year. But all right, not the best stats here for Jacob Eason, but let's look at the tape to see if he's a little bit better. Maybe, the footage shows it all. So let's see what we get here. A 5-minute highlight clip. We'll skip around. We don't have to watch it all. All right, going deep on the first ball. There we go. Okay, wide open. He's going to launch this one from the 45-yard line, getting it all the way down to the 15 or the 5. Jeez Louise. That's 50 yards clean, folks. That's big time. Real solid there. 50-yard throw, wide open. He puts it right on the money. Here we go. In the red zone, taking a one-on-one matchup. Back shoulder fade. I love it, folks. I'm loving this. Y'all know it. If you have the one-on-one matchup, this is what I want to see you throw every single time here down in the 5-10-yard line. One-on-one matchup. Take your shot and trust your receivers. And that's what Jacob Eason is doing. A slant right over the middle. Gets it in there. Real solid. Here we go from the 25-yard line. Ooh, this is an amazing throw right here. Man, oh man. From the right hash, throwing it all the way to the left sideline at the mid-end zone kind of sideline. Man, oh man. Can we get a replay of this? I need to see a replay from a different angle in slow-mo. Please, come on, give it to us. Give it to us. Let me see a different angle. Darn, this is an amazing throw. This is great. Whew, man, that's exactly on the money. Man, oh man. That's amazing. I love that. All right, back to another throw here. Right over the middle. Wide open. Receiver takes it all the way. Yes, sir. All righty. Another throw over the middle. Bingo, bango. Man, oh, man. This man's got some accuracy. This ball placement's fantastic. That's another amazing throw. I mean, exactly where it needs to be. Dropping it right in the fucking breadbasket. Y'all, this is amazing. Holy cow. Some of these throws are A1, tier 1. That's a great throw right here. How long is this one? 45 yards. Add another 5 for midway end zone. That's 50 yards clean. Man, oh man, just right over that defender. This man's got some great touch. The completion percentage is a little shaky, but not here in Washington. It was good, 68%. So these are all Washington his very last year, learning very heavily. This is great. Throwing on the run. Look at this man. Throw on the run, flipping his hips, getting it all the way down in the back of the end zone to a wide open receiver. That's great, man. Oof, this one's great too. Over the middle, receiver takes it all the way. Here we go. That's wide open. Bingo, bango. What's this one all about? Riding out of the pocket. About to take the hit. Able to stay on his feet. Here we go. Another deep ball here. Up 7. Going deep. Bingo, bango. Right on the mark of the receiver. Here we go from 25 yards. Bingo, bango. What a beautiful rainbow floater here. Man, I'm loving it. Sign Jacob Eason up at starting quarterback. Man, oh man. Doesn't really turn the ball over. Only 80 picks. Not bad. Here we go. Going deep. Puts it right on the money. Going to throw from the 45-yard line. Getting it all the way down to, once again, the 5. This man's got 50 yards clean on him, folks. Clean. Wide receiver screen. Wide receiver does all the work. From the 5-yard line for the touchdown. Bango, bango. Look at him. Immediately recognize that this is open. Fire the ball in there at great. Just kind of exactly where it needed to be so that first defender didn't break it up or swat it down or even pick it. Receiver beats his man there. Easy peasy in the end zone. Here we go. Man, oh man. Receiver just getting all that separation. Eason taking advantage. Putting it right on the money. Oh my God. This man's impressive. I'm loving what I'm seeing. So far, folks. Receiver does the work there. What else do we get? All right, next play. This will be our last play. I think I've seen enough from Jacob Eason. I'm loving it so far, folks. I'm loving it. All right, maybe we can buy this Colts team a little bit more. If this is going to be potentially their other quarterback, maybe we can get behind him. Maybe he can really, truly play. Obviously, the NFL is a different beast than college, but you had a year, behind Phillip Rivers. That's not bad. Learning under Carson Wentz and Phillip Rivers for the last kind of year. It's not terrible. So we'll see how much he's learned, but I'm loving what this man can bring to the table. Some absolutely great throws, and all he has to do for that Colts team is be a game manager because they have a solid defense, a solid line, and solid weapons all around him, great coaches all around him. So you just have to not turn the ball over, get into field goal position, try to capitalize on some touchdown drives as well, and Jacob Eason could just be a game manager and get his way to the Super Bowl. Do I dare say Super Bowl with Jacob Eason? I think I do, folks. I think I do. All right, but they've got also Sam Ehlinger, so let's look at his college stats and also what he was doing in college as well with some film. So here we go, Sam Ehlinger, he's only 6'1", folks. So 6'6" or 6'1"? I'm rolling with the 6'6", man. Give us that, man. But Sam Ehlinger was able to spend all 4 years at one school at Texas in the Big 12. Freshman year, didn't really play that much. Only throwing for 1,900 yards, 57% completion percentage, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. A really bad just freshman year, nothing great. Sophomore year, a little bit better, 64% completion percentage, 3,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's not bad right there. Decent. Would like the yards to be up a little bit more. Would like to see the completion percent up a little bit more. Touchdowns up a little bit more. But overall, a pretty solid year 2 after a not great year 1. Year 3, junior year, we get 65% completion percentage. That's the best he's thrown in college, folks. 65%. It's a little alrightish. Not the best. He got 3,600 yards. Not bad. Real solid. 32 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not bad either. Just real solid numbers out there. Not great. Not a Trevor Lawrence. Nothing like that, just solid. And then last season, his senior season, 60% completion percentage, 2,500 yards. He only played 10 games because of the COVID year. 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Once again, the touchdown to interception ratio is pretty solid with this man. He doesn't really turn the ball over too much, and we're getting 25 to 32 touchdowns a season, real solid. So not terrible there. Senior year, would like that completion percentage up a little bit more, and we can forgive the yards because he only played 10 games. Alrighty, let's go into his bowl history. Can he get it done in the clutch? Let's start with 2018 bowl game against Georgia. They get the win. He had 70% completion percentage. That's what we're talking about, baby. Only 169 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. All right, but the completion percentage was there, and they beat Georgia by 7 points, 28-21. Alrighty, who was scoring here for this Texas team then? If it wasn't Sam Ehlinger. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. Wow, okay, so this man's a dual threat. The man had 3 rushing touchdowns, so we'll give it to him. Let's go to his rushing stats. We didn't know this man was a rusher. The man's a track star out here. Oh, yeah, he is. All right, here we go. Second year, 482 yards rushing. Senior year, junior year, 663 yards rushing. Fantastic. Just last year, though, 377 with 8 rushing touchdowns. So, alrighty, now we can, you add those rushing stats to his passing totals. You add his rushing touchdowns to his passing touchdowns. And now we're talking about a real solid prospect right here. So, yeah, we can definitely get behind this man with the running game. This is going to be something that we are going to have to see when we watch the highlights. How fast is he? Is he kind of, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson fast, Lamar Jackson fast, or is he more Ryan Tannehill, Baker Mayfield, kind of fast? So tier 1 or tier 2, or is he tier 3 speed? We'll see. All right, so first bowl game in 2018, real solid right there. Put up 3 touchdowns himself, rushing. All right, 2019 bowl game, another win, loving it. 66% completion percentage, 201 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He rushed for another 73 yards and a touchdown, so real solid there. Put up 4 touchdowns himself with only 1 turnover. Real solid. What was the final score of this bowl game? We get 38-10, an absolute blowout. Very well done. Alrighty, can he go 3 for 3 in the bowl games? Let's see. 2020, this season's bowl game. Can he get it done? Yes, he won all 3 ball games. That's what we're talking about, baby. Love it. Alrighty. 62% completion percentage, 160 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no picks. And then he also rushed for another -5 yards and no touchdown. So a little bit of a harder game from him here. But they still get the win, and it's still a blowout. 55-23. Who was putting up points here for Texas? It wasn't Sam Ehlinger running or passing. Who do we got here? Alrighty, we got Brian Robinson rushing for 183 yards and a touchdown. Well done. Well done. Alrighty, so Sam Ehlinger out here just doing his thing. Doing his thing out here. All right, that's real solid. I'll definitely take 3 straight bowl game wins under that man for Texas. Absolutely fantastic. So stats are just all right. Not bad. Real solid. We'll mark him as officially solid stats. 6'1", though, I'm not the biggest fan on, especially when I got a 6'6" waiting in the wings. But let's see how this man is looking speed-wise, how this man is looking throwing the ball. So let's watch Sam Ehlinger's highlights here. Here we go. First one up. We get a pump fake pass, slant over the middle, receiver takes it. The rest of, oh my God, look at that man go. Taking the top off that defense. Who is that man? Hopefully he's been drafted. That man's great. One play, the wide receiver's great. All right, here we go. Sam Ehlinger. Another little kind of hesitation pump fake. Okay, that ball, I wasn't a big fan of that ball. Okay. Little floater in the end zone and ended up getting there, but very, very close at a pick or a break up. Here we go. Receiver really kind of doing the rest there. All right, Sam Ehlinger in the red zone. Right there, wide open. Okay. What else do we get here? Come on. Sam Ehlinger rolling out to the right from the 5-yard line. That's a good one. Right on the money. Wide open. Puts it right on there. Okay. It's rolling out to the right. Here we go. Back on the 2-yard line. All right. Some good speed right there. He's looking like a little Taysom Hill-esque right here. Obviously, only one sample size, so hopefully we get another good rush somewhere. Going deep right here, throwing up a 50-50 ball, and that's dangerous, but it was complete. We'll give him credit, but man, oh man, that is a dangerous throw to make right there. Jeez. He did come down with it. That's double covered, and jeez Louise. Oof, man, that's something. All right, here we go. Another run here by Sam Ehlinger. Look at that, man. Okay. I'm just not impressed as I was with Jacob Eason on this man. Here we go. That's a good kind of touch on the ball against Texas Tech, going toe-to-toe with this team. And he did it in the clutch with 43 seconds left to try and tie up this game. You like to see it. They have to go for the 2-point conversion. They do. They get it. They go into overtime. Ball a little behind them there. They score it, though. They end up winning in overtime. Alrighty. I'm just not, it's all right. What we're seeing is all right play. Nothing great from this man, really. I think I'm ready to call it. I want a big run. I don't want like a run from the 5-yard line. I want like a run from the 50, really. I want to really gauge his speed. Do we have that anywhere? Oh, here we go from the 3-yard line again. Takes off. Okay. All right, here we go. From the 30. Here we go. He's going to take off. Here we go. Out to the left. Down the sideline, stays on his feet. That's just poor tackling. Y'all know what we mean when we say college has trash defense. Just look at that. That was absolutely trash. All right, so I'm not buying it. I'm not loving it. I was loving Jacob Eason right from the get-go. This man, all right, here we go. This is a big pass. What do we got from 50? Wide open, puts it right on the money. That's clean 45 yards, right on the money. Fantastic. Now we're talking. All right, can we keep it going here with some deep balls? Here we go from the 20. That's good. Rolling out to his right. All right, so I think I'm liking Jacob Eason a little bit more. Taller. He has a full year under his belt. So if Carson Wentz can't go, let's see if Jacob Eason can rise to the occasion. We loved what we saw from him in college. Had a year behind Phillip Rivers learning. Had a year just with the second team, with the second reps, getting comfortable into kind of game time rhythm, game time scenario. So this man could definitely come in and be a week 1 starter, a week 1 game managing quarterback, and just let the game come to him. Deliver the ball to your playmakers. You got good ones. T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman Jr. You've got running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, Nyheim Hines. You've got it. You don't need to force anything. Go out there, serve the ball to these great, speedy playmakers, and rely on the defense. Win the game. Be the man, and just be like Carson Wentz. Here, another backup is going to win you a Super Bowl. Hopefully, you can respect us a little bit more. So. I think I go with Jacob Eason, folks. If Carson Wentz is going to be out with the Lisfranc injury, I go with Jacob Eason. Alrighty, let's continue on here. Jeez, we went 38 minutes on that, right? Well, what else we got to talk about? I mean, it's a weekend. Got to talk about, the most important things, and Carson Wentz going down is basically the biggest news of training camp. Most likely for the rest of the training camp. The biggest news of the offseason is Carson Wentz getting re-injured, so we got to spend the time on it. Alrighty. Let's talk about this. Tom Brady. I mean, I'm loving it. Everybody's finding their voice recently, and we love it. Aaron Rodgers goes to the podium and literally lets it loose, telling what's wrong with the organization and why he's here and what he's going to be doing and all that. So we love that. And now we get Tom Brady. He says he's, quote, found his voice after one season with the Bucs. So Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers kind of inspiring Tom Brady to find his true inner voice. Tom Brady finally finding his voice here with this Bucs team. So let's see what this is all about and see what Tom Brady's meaning here. Alrighty, here we go. Tom Brady moved south and led his new team to a Super Bowl last season, but it took him until this offseason to truly find the confidence needed to speak his mind. Really? Tom Brady can't be speaking his mind? What's going on with that? Same thing with Aaron Rodgers, not able to speak his mind until now. So it's kind of weird. The greatest, quarterbacks of all time can't even find their voice, having trouble to speak up just because they know that they can't. That's really bad when we're talking about the greatest quarterbacks of all time. If they can't speak up, imagine, the tier 2 quarterbacks, what Gardner Minshew can say, what else we got there, what a Ryan Tannehill can say, what a Baker Mayfield can say. Because if Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady can't, none of those other ones can, or even thinking about talking. So, real interesting. You can rightfully scoff, but that's what Brady said Friday. Apparently, he didn't waste much time using it. Quote, I found my voice more. I really enjoyed being around my teammates, my coaches. It's been a different environment, just really enjoying the experience of playing football, playing with this group of guys. You guys are catching me on a bad day today. We had a really bleep practice, so I'm not feeling great about what we did today. It is what it is. What went wrong? 7-time Super Bowl champion. Quote, communication, execution, missing throws, missing reads, overall just a poor day. So he's a little frustrated and finally had to scream at him a little bit, it seems like. All right. Here we go. At 43 years old, Brady almost might be the most qualified player in the NFL to fill the role of disappointed parent. It's evident in Brady's tone that he isn't about wasting any time and won't stand for any semblance of complacency among his teammates, even in late July. His teammates have noticed, quote here by receiver Scotty Miller, quote, Tom's a great guy, a fun guy to be around. It's probably a little tougher for him. He's around a bunch of 20-year-old kids. He's almost like our dad, like Devin White said. But no, he's great. He's fun to hang out with. But at the same time, as you see, guys, he takes this very seriously. He's all about winning. We're not going to have fun if we're not winning. Once again, that's like a huge mantra. When people kind of talk about, that Patriots dynasty with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, everyone's like, well, you're not having fun. There's no fun in practice. Everyone on ESPN is like, I wouldn't want to play for the Patriots because it's not fun. Well, winning is fun. Winning is fun to me. I don't want to lose. And yeah, I have fun playing the game, but I play the games to win because winning is fun for me. So Tom Brady, who only knows winning, when he's going to this Bucs team, is like, yeah, y'all can have fun, but we're also gonna fucking win. And if we're not winning, I swear to gosh, y'all are not gonna be having fun, because I'm not gonna let y'all be having fun, because I'm gonna be getting on that ass. I'm gonna be getting in that ass on y'all, folks. So yeah, I love that Tom Brady's such a strong winner, loves winning, and thinks winning is fun. Fun and winning, they're equal. Winning is fun, and fun is winning. So let's win, so we can have fun. No? That's what Tom Brady's mantra is, and that's what I'm about. That's why I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time. That's why he's been to 10 Super Bowls, because winning is fun is winning, so let's win and have fun, because we're winning and having fun. We're doing both, because winning is fun. All right. Back to the quote here. So that's the goal. We're going to come out here and just compete every single day. He doesn't take anything for granted, and he wants to go win another one. And I love that attitude. Let's go get the next one. This is a new year. All right, we won last year. Congrats. What about this year? Who's going to be winning this year? We could be winning this year. Are we eligible to win this year? Oh, we are? We're a football team that's playing. We're eligible to win? Let's go win then. If we're eligible to win, why not win? We're just going to be playing without winning? Why would we do that? To have fun? No, we're not winning, so we're not having fun. So what are we talking about? Let's go win. They're going to go win. Tom Brady's going to try and go win. Tom Brady's about to go win it again. Again. 11 Super Bowls. 8 wins. How crazy. He's about to go win it again, folks. So, all right. What else? We get one more quote here by Tom Brady, so let's read this here. Here we go. Brady's already proven he'll play through a notable injury. He shared that his torn MCL required continual maintenance to stabilize it the best that I could. Quote, it feels good now, Brady said. It was not my favorite offseason of all time. I hadn't had surgery in a long time, so you kind of forget the rehab process and so forth. It's kind of a long, arduous offseason when you go through rehab like that. I got a lot of time with my family and stuff, so that was really enjoyable, but I'm happy to be back at work, and yeah, I've just got to get out and try to get better tomorrow. So Tom Brady, wanting to get better, always trying to get better, always trying to win, so he has fun, because fun is winning, getting on these young guns' asses when they're not taking it 100% seriously, when they're not all about winning, putting them back in line, because winning is fun, and fun is winning, and they just want to mother-loving win, folks. So love what we're hearing from Tom Brady, finding his voice, barking at his teammates when it's not going right, and you can't get complacent. Yeah, you won a Super Bowl, but it's real gosh dang hard to repeat, so let's try to repeat, and this is how you do it. Tom Brady knows how to, so let's see if he can teach these other guys how to as well, and let's see if this Bucs team is going back to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, it's not going to be at home for Tom Brady, so another challenge for him here, but maybe he's up for it. All right, let's keep moving on here. Here we go. And this is real interesting now. Once again, maybe Justin Fields is going to be the starter sooner rather than later, like we think. Here we go. Bears coach Matt Nagy on a potential trade interest in quarterback Nick Foles says, quote, as a third-string guy, teams are going to look at guys like him. So, once again, just Matt Nagy reiterating that Nick Foles is the clear-cut third string, that Justin Fields is definitely the tier 2 quarterback, the second-string quarterback right now. We believe he is going to get upgraded to the starter any minute. But let's see what Matt Nagy's saying here on and if they would be opening to trading Nick Foles. And once again, potential with Carson Wentz. Do they dare? They don't dare, do they? They wouldn't dare. The Colts wouldn't dare to bring in Nick Foles. You can't do that. It's unfortunate what happened to Carson Wentz, but you can't go out and get Nick Foles as the solution. Carson Wentz may kill himself if you do that. You cannot do that. So let's not see that. I do not want to see that. That'd be a little disrespectful. And we're all about disrespect on the show, but I think this is the bad type of disrespect of bringing in Nick Foles after Carson Wentz goes down. Jeez. All right, but let's see what Matt Nagy's saying. Chicago Bears coach Matt Nagy downplayed the notion Sunday that the club could trade quarterback Nick Foles, or at least his role in such possibility. Quote, I don't talk to him about that. He doesn't talk to me about it. That's not something that we just don't go there. Again, that's out of our control. He's worrying about doing everything he can to just be great for us. That's what I like about our relationship, is he's happy with where he's at here, and he's in a good place. So it doesn't seem like they want to trade Nick Foles, want to have 3 solid kind of quarterbacks on this roster. You don't need Nick Foles. Andy Dalton's a solid backup. No worries there. And we know that Nick Foles doesn't really play well if he's not the backup, so there's no point of starting Nick Foles either. Alrighty, with a first-round rookie in Justin Fields and a seasoned veteran in Andy Dalton primarily competing for the starting job, Foles gives the Bears a former Super Bowl champion at number 3. Cash that the next club to lose a quarterback might want in its locker room. That at least Nagy acknowledged. Quote, you talk about a Super Bowl MVP and a guy that started a lot of games and has had a really interesting career in so many ways that I just think that he deserves that. I mean, anybody that's had the career he has is somebody that's always going to be for all teams. As a third string guy, teams are going to look at guys like him. So people may look at Nick Foles, but Matt Nagy doesn't really want to trade him. He kind of likes the veteran presence that he brings along. He likes the relationship. He's kind of, not a distraction. He's if you're a number 3 quarterback, just even another number 3 position in just a number 3 kind of string in any position, you pretty much wouldn't want to be on that team, because there's really kind of no chance of you starting unless, the 1 and 2 goes down, which really never really happens. So as a third string, you could kind of be making a fuss and demanding a trade and maybe not putting, your best foot forward, because why would you? Because you're the third string. But, Nick Foles gives it his all there at the third string. And Matt Nagy loves that, appreciates that, thinks it's pretty good for the locker room and the team. So it doesn't seem like they're going to be getting rid of Nick Foles. But there are some teams that could potentially use them, a la the Colts, because, Carson Wentz got injured. Y'all know what I mean? Not great. All right, let's move on here. Here we go, and this is interesting. This is real interesting. So, Kyler Murray has just earned the right to give his input on personnel decisions, and we just kind of heard that Aaron Rodgers never had input on personnel decisions. They never took Aaron Rodgers' advice and thoughts and criticisms to any sort of meaningful status. And that's why Aaron Rodgers wants to leave, and that's why he kind of what he said at the press conference and all that. But now we get Cliff Kingsbury, head coach for the Cardinals, saying, yeah, Kyler Murray's kind of earned the right. So real interesting here. We can once again understand Aaron Rodgers' frustration a little bit more now. So let's see what we get here. Kyler Murray, in just his third season, has already had input on some of the Cardinals' personnel moves. Both Coach Cliff Kingsbury and General Manager Steve Keim have asked for his input, saying, quote, you like to have a say in what goes on. You like to have a say in the guys that you'd want to play with because at the end of the day, we're the ones on the field. That must be a typo. We go through it. We see it every day. We know who's good. Murray added, quote, we can only give our opinion. They can take it and run with it however they may. So once again, that's what we want all the time. We praise Bruce Arians for getting all that input from the coaching staff and the players. Having Tom Brady kind of judge and critique this incoming draft and give his thoughts and opinions to Bruce Arians on who they should draft. Not 100%. Taking Tom Brady's opinion and, executing it 100%, but taking the opinion, taking that kind of what Tom Brady said, weighing it with what you have heard, what you have saw, what you have said, and then making just a total informative decision that benefits everybody, getting everybody's input. And Aaron Rodgers never had that. So we understand Aaron Rodgers wanting to leave Green Bay. I mean, the head coach for the Cardinals, the general manager for the Cardinals want Kyler Murray's input, and Kyler Murray has not even come close to all that Aaron Rodgers has accomplished and accoladed in his career. So yes, Aaron Rodgers, go out and expose this Green Bay team, because we're hearing everybody giving their input, but nobody wants to hear input from Aaron Rodgers. What the hell is that about? I want to hear from Aaron Rodgers. I would kind of do whatever Aaron Rodgers says, honestly, just because he's kind of earned the right 1,000,000% to maybe have me blindly trust him. So we get kind of Cardinals, little low Kyler Murray having his opinion heard, but not Aaron Rodgers. Something wrong there? Absolutely. Alrighty, let's kind of go into some quick training camp news here. So, Bill Belichick this morning, teams are practicing today on Saturday. There is no days off here, folks. I think Sunday is their official day off, but they work Saturday. Belichick said today that Cam Newton is our starting quarterback. So, we kind of saw Mac Jones a little bit in the first couple of days of training camp, looking decent. I mean, obviously no defense around him, making some solid throws. But Bill Belichick is saying Cam's our starting quarterback, so expect Cam Newton to be the starter potentially week 1. We'll see if Mac Jones can win the starting job, but it doesn't seem like he's really close to winning the actual starting job. So watch out for Cam Newton come week 1, folks. All right, we get Jameis Winston. He's at quarterback number 1 today. Taysom Hill was at quarterback number 1 for the first 2 days. Now they're going to go with Jameis Winston. We know this is kind of a true open quarterback competition, so it seems like Sean Payton's giving these guys a couple of days, not trying to go one day. Let's see if you can build good day upon good day, and then we'll go to the next quarterback. Can you build good day upon good day? Then we'll give you a couple more days, and we'll see where it's at. And I think that's a little bit better than kind of doing one a day. Let's have 2 solid days. Now that you kind of got warmed up under you, let's see what that second day is looking like. Unlike having, one day where maybe you're cold, now you have another day full of rest, so you come back out cold again and just not getting that kind of momentum. So we'll see if that's the case that Sean Payton is kind of going with, or maybe Jameis Winston was just looking so great that now he wants to see what he's looking like at the ones, or maybe Taysom Hill didn't play so great at the ones, so they're going to go with Jameis Winston. So we'll see what Jameis is looking like day 1 of his practice, but Jameis Winston is at quarterback number 1 today in that quarterback battle. We've also heard this little nugget. Jameis Winston has yet to throw an interception in training camp. He's working with the twos, the backups. Today is going to be kind of the main day. Hey, you haven't thrown an interception with the backups. Now you're the main man with the ones. Let's see that kind of performance still continue to grow and not take any steps back. So we'll see what we hear from Jameis Winston tomorrow on the show of what he did today. All right, and then we get this. What the hell, man? Tim Tebow, I'm just seeing him all over the place. Anything he does on the field, the people instantly slurp him for. And I'm kind of falling into the trap as well. I don't want to, but here we go. We get Trevor Lawrence throwing Tim Tebow a deep ball here. 20 yards from the end zone, but he catches it in the back of the end zone. So add another kind of 8, 9, 10 yards, 28 yards here. And Tim Tebow playing the tight end position, he's able to get open a little bit and make a catch. I'll give him credit. So Tim Tebow out here getting in good work, and this man's going to be the starting tight end for the Jags, folks. How crazy. He's going to be the starting tight end, folks. We're seeing it right now. Every kind of sports Twitter account is pushing these videos out left and right. Tim Tebow catching passes, Tim Tebow scoring touchdowns out here, Trevor Lawrence, a Tim Tebow hookup. I mean, they're just kind of getting us ready for when they make the official announcement that Tim Tebow is going to be a starting tight end in this league. And it's going to blow my mind, and I may burn down the show when that happens, but Tim Tebow's out here making plays. I can't believe I'm saying it. I can't believe it. So we'll see how he does in game. Anybody can be good in practice. Tim Tebow, we'll see how he looks in actual game form. All right, we get this little video here of Justin Herbert in training camp, and this is why we said Justin Herbert is the second best quarterback in the league right now, folks. This is our quarterback list. Patrick Mahomes 1, Justin Herbert number 2, Josh Allen 3, Aaron Rodgers 4, Russell Wilson 5. That's our top 5, folks. And I will not apologize for the Justin Herbert pick. I love it. I love what this man did, and I'm big excited on this man. He's potentially a greatest of all time candidate. So we get this throw out of training camp, just absolutely launching this thing, throwing this ball. Let's try and count the yards here. We got to try and get, so 40, this is 45, 50, 45. I mean, I think he's throwing this from his own 40, folks. Hang on, let's try and get a better. All right, so this is the 50 right here, midfield. This is the 45, this is the 40, this is the 35. So he's at the 35, running up to the 40, and he launches it from the 35-yard line all the way down to the end zone. This doesn't seem like a full 10-yard end zone. So I'm going to count this one from 35 all the way down to the goal line. So 50 plus 15, folks. I mean, we're talking about 60 yards, 65 yards. This man just flung this ball. Completion, touchdown, bingo, bango, right on the money. This man's got the goods. This man's got the goods. Respect Justin Herbert. I don't care that he's going into year 2. I see great talent. I am going to get behind great talent. 15th year, 20th year, Tom Brady. First year, second year, Justin Herbert. I don't care. Greatness is greatness, and Justin Herbert is showing some gosh damn greatness out here in training camp early, and I'm about to get excited about him, and I'm going to lead the pack here. Y'all could be like, well, I still want to see more, and I still want to wait till year 3 before I make all these. I'm not making that. I'm not waiting. I see it. I'm saying it. Justin Herbert's the real mother-loving deal, folks, and y'all better get behind him before the Justin Herbert plane takes off and it's too late and you're left at the tarmac not able to kind of celebrate and get on the glory that is one of the greatest stars of the football of all time already. Little old Herbie out here. Justin, mother-loving Herbert, respect the name. He's out here making plays. You love to see it. All right, we get a good update here for the Giants, which is fantastic. We heard their guard, Shane Lemino, get carted off the field yesterday during practice. Truly, truly not great, but we got good news here. So here we go. Giants guard Shane Lemino, one of their more underrated players, sustained a knee injury that should keep him just out a couple weeks. So not bad, source said. Following a battery of tests, it was determined no surgery was needed. Another positive sign there. Major sigh of relief after Lemino was carted off recently. So the offensive line here should be fine. Missing a couple weeks. Hopefully should be good for week 1. Maybe misses week 1, maybe week 2. But it's not going to be like he's missing very, very hefty time here. So that's very, very good for a running back that needs to be protected, for a quarterback that needs to be protected. The offensive line needs to be good to go. So Shane Lemino, a little bit of a dodge of a bullet. Thankfully, maybe we can buy this Giants team a little bit more because we've been just falling off on this Giants team. And speaking of just falling off on this Giants team, we get good news on Saquon Barkley. So maybe the Giants are kind of turning a corner a little bit. Alrighty, maybe we can start getting big back on this Giants team. So the Giants saw Saquon Barkley running routes, cutting hard, and sprinting full speed on Thursday. Even Coach Joe Judge explained today that he's, quote, very pleased with where Barkley's at. So that's great. We have no timetable on this man. Nobody's kind of opening their mouth about Saquon Barkley and when he's going to be back, but he's looking pretty solid out there. Now, he's not fully participating. I still think he's on the PUP list, but he's still working to get better. So full speed, cutting, hard, running routes, looking to get back on that training camp field, that practice field, as soon as possible, and he's kind of making his way. So not bad here by Saquon Barkley. All right, the last story to go over, we got another top 5 takeaways from Albert Breer, this time from the Bears training camp. Let's see what he's seeing, let's see what he's saying, and let's see what he's hearing. So here we go, from Albert Breer. Note number 1, staff is up on Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet, their tight end. Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, their wide receiver. Better post-snap recognition has Darnell Mooney playing faster. Cole Kmet looks more sudden, a sign of his confidence in the offense. And we take a look here at the tight end university participants on who showed up. Cole Kmet, I believe, was on here, so let's double check. And that kind of, gives us faith in this Bears team a little bit more. We're big on the tight ends this year. That's kind of a big narrative we're watching for. How are the tight ends doing? We're going to have a tight end Tuesday during the NFL season of just kind of celebrating and kind of ranking the tight ends in the league, so be prepared for that. Cannot wait. But let's take a look at if Cole Kmet was at tight end university. I believe he was. Here we go. Cole Kmet. Bingo, bango. So love that he's kind of getting better. He's, Albert Breer said he looks more sudden, a sign of his confidence in this offense, and just a sign of his confidence because he just learned from the best from the best. That tight end university, George Kittle, Travis Kelce hosting it with Greg Olsen, some of the best to ever do it, and having all the other great ones to do it as well. I mean, just inviting everybody. I mean, they invite Darren Waller, so they're just going to be absolutely great out there. So love that Cole Kmet's looking real great. All right, takeaway number 2, David Montgomery and Roquan Smith are leading, motivated, lots of money for those two to play. So, all righty, looks good there. Takeaway number 3, Kyle Fuller's absence means cornerback spot is a spot to look for. Bears believe Jalen Johnson can be a 1. Kendall Vilder and Desmond Trufant could loom large. Desmond Trufant, a nice little rookie or a nice veteran out there, could kind of, lead the way a little bit. But let's keep an eye on Jalen Johnson, saying that he could be a number 1 out there. Let's see what he's looking like early on in kind of preseason games and all that. All righty. Takeaway number 4, LT's another one. Tevin Jenkins is in the mix there, but another rookie Bears watching, Larry Borum, has lost 45 pounds since last season. So their left tackle spot, we'll see who goes out and kind of earns that starting role. And then takeaway number 5, Andy Dalton's looks sharp and his command has impressed, but glimpses of Justin Fields' upside are there. One came on a bullet he put on Javen Wims Friday, 25 yards down the seam between two defenders. It wasn't just the throw coaches loved, it was his aggression in making it too. So that's real great. Once again, just kind of feeding into our narrative that Justin Fields will be the week 1 starter. Yes, Andy Dalton is looking good, but you got to look better than good out there. You got to look great. You got to look impressive. You got to look magnificent, aggressive, all of that. And so far, that's what Justin Fields is. So at some point, Justin Fields is going to be the starter. How soon is it? How soon do you make the switch? How soon do you believe in it? And we believe it's going to be pretty soon. You just know what you get with Andy Dalton. It's milquetoast, average, nothing great. That's what Andy Dalton is. Unfortunate. All right, that is all the stories to kind of go over for today. Let's quickly take a little bit of a live feed update on what we're getting out of training camp before we go into the Raiders talk and finishing up their season refresher. Let's see what's been going on today in training camp and if we can get behind anything. So here we go. All right, what do we get? Kevin Stefanski said we're going to grow the role of tight end Austin Hooper. Was Austin Hooper at tight end university? I do not believe he was. I don't remember seeing his name. Let's quickly take another look out here. We're big. I mean, I love this website, folks. I know where to find it. I basically have it saved. All the participants here of tight end university. I love it. Alrighty, we are looking for Austin Hooper, and he was a part of tight end university. Alrighty, so that is kind of big here. They're looking to have him a little bit of a bigger role, and hey, he learned from the best, so you can get behind that. All right, what else do we get here? Minshew to Dorsett out at the 3-yard line. Let's see what Gardner Minshew is looking like here. Nice little pump fake going deep. Ooh, that's a great ball right there. Man, oh man, look at this completion right on the money. That's nice. Gardner Minshew trying his damnedest to be the starter out there. You got to give him credit, folks. All right, what else do we get? Anything good? Look at this man. Get up. Yes, sir. Who's this? Mike Mulholland getting up. Absolutely great. One-handed catch. Some nice leapage there. The Colts have signed Brett Hundley after Carson Wentz's foot injury. Oh, man. Brett Hundley into the mix now. I still like what I saw from Jacob Eason. I would truly give him the chance. Brett Hundley, I believe, backed up Aaron Rodgers for a couple of seasons. Let's get him up very quickly. Nothing ever great with him. I believe, obviously, never was a starter, always a career backup. I believe in Green Bay. Let's double check this. What else do we get? Come on, Brett Hundley. You got to load the stats up. What are we doing out here? Oh, man. All right, I might have to go to the Wi-Fi is acting up for some gosh damn reason. It's so frustrating, folks. Y'all don't even know. All right, Brett Hundley. Let's see if we can get his stats up very quickly. Alrighty, Brett Hundley played for the Green Bay Packers 2016-2017. He started 9 games in 2017. Is that when Aaron Rodgers went down? He started 9 games, went 3-6. That season of starting 60% completion percentage, 1,800 yards, 9 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Real bad there. So that's why, Brett Hundley is like a backup. I don't know if you bring him in for the Colts. You got Jacob Eason. I mean, he learned behind Phillip Rivers for a year. You have to take that as something. So nothing ever really great here. And you don't go with Brett Hundley, folks. I mean, you just don't do that. So I don't think that's the right decision. All right, what else do we get here? Anything else? Julio Jones says it's been amazing being a teammate of A.J. Brown's after admiring him from afar. So, I mean, they've got some great wide receivers there. Oh, yeah, we get this ball. Look at this ball from Zach Wilson here, folks. Absolute deep bomb. Throwing it from like the 5-yard line. Let's see if we can watch where this is thrown from. Maybe the 10, the 15 maybe. He's going to kind of step up to the 15, all the way down to the 30-yard line. I mean, what a bomb there by Zach Wilson. Go get that early practice in. You love to see it. All right, what do we get? John Gruden. What makes a man great is what makes him different. What makes a man different is what makes him great. All right, useless quote there. All righty, what else do we get? Anything else? Any other breaking news? Colts signed Brett Hundley. I believe that's the wrong choice, folks. I'm not buying that. Nothing good by that man. All right. All right, so that seems to be the only news up so far. Robert Saleh says Mims is, quote, very talented young man. Just needs to keep working with him. Okay. All right. Brett Hundley. Real head scratching. All right. So that's what we've got for training camp today. Nothing great. Just meh. All right. Let's get back to our Raiders team refresher as we head into the 2021 season, as we kind of are going through training camp, a little bit of extra time here to talk about. Let's get us all on the same page on what these teams were doing last season, what they were doing in the offseason, what they did in the draft, and what their schedule is looking like to see how many wins we can predict them to have this year. So we've looked at some teams so far, and we're kind of ordering this list as we kind of see. So we have the Saints going 6-11, the Broncos going 10-7, or we can see 11-6, and then we have Washington going 9-7. But their ceiling could really be 13-4 because they have some real winnable games. We just have to go see Ryan Fitzpatrick go out and win those games. So we have Washington above the Broncos and the Broncos above the Saints. so far on the teams that we have done in our season refresher, our team refresher, and we are on the Raiders now. Alrighty, this is part 2. In part 1, we just really looked at Derek Carr. We can believe in Derek Carr. We like the stats. We like he was making all the throws. The one little issue that we had on him, he underthrows the ball a little bit. Would like to see him have a little bit of a stronger arm out there. Really kind of 50 is kind of being seen as his max out there. But his stats are really good. We do need to see him put up more touchdowns, though, more passing touchdowns. So he still has work to do, but overall, I believe we can get behind Derek Carr, and we believe that he is a winnable quarterback, a winnable, consistent, winning quarterback in this league. So we have no problems with Derek Carr, but let's now go into the other aspects of this Raiders team, the defense, the special team pieces, or I should say the weapon pieces and all that, and then we can get to their schedule. All right, so let's where should we pick up off on? Here we go. All right, let's talk about the Raiders overall as a whole, as a team. What were they looking like last year? So let's take a look at their offense. See how their offense was doing. Maybe we can't if we don't have the freaking internet up. It's so frustrating. We did the entire show fine, and now we're having trouble loading up pages. Why? Don't play with me. We're going live here. Please do not play with us. Well, that seems to be it. All right, so we may just end the show today and have to pick up on the Raiders tomorrow, folks. I mean, if I can't open up pages, I mean, what are we doing here? Let's read this then. Head coach Robert Saleh on Elijah Morris says he's, quote, doing a really, really nice job. There are still a lot of things he needs to do. He needs to get better at. Okay. All right. Well, we're just going to end it here today, folks. How truly frustrating. We got to open up pages to talk about these teams. Frustrating. All right, folks. So we'll be back tomorrow when the internet doesn't crap out on us, hopefully. So frustrating. And I want to kind of go full in. I don't want to kind of hold anything back or can't see anything or can't say anything because we can't bring up the stats. Let's see if we can bring it up like this. See if this loads. Anything like this loads. Yeah, okay. Well, you can thank our internet. Spectrum. Shout out to Spectrum for being absolute shit. Absolute trash. We'll give it one more minute. I can't refresh the entire internet behind me, because I think that would end the video, the VOD, if you will, that I need to upload this. Because we did an hour solid of live of shit we were able to bring up. So, alrighty, folks, I apologize. We'll have the Raiders team refresher number 2 tomorrow. And we'll have it all back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow live noon Eastern, folks. Thanks for sticking with us, sticking through this. How freaking unfortunate. All right, folks, we're out of here. I'm upset. I'm leaving upset. Just know this. Just know it, folks. Alrighty.